Hi, in this tutorial we will solve the following Oracle exercises. For that we will review some concepts from previous classes. Like for example, we're using Oracle and then when we connect to Oracle we're using Oracle SQL Plus. So we just need to remember that when we get on there, we get a prompt that says SQL, and then there are three types of statements that we using. So we got SQL statements, PL SQL statement, and SQL plus commands. We will practice some of them today. So there are three ways to terminate a SQL statement, and that's with a semicolon, with a slash, or in a line by itself, or with a blank line. Let's practice that. So here I will get into SQL Plus, connecting to my Oracle account, and let's see, we got select, we got table. I think we created table of students before from a student. So we end up with a semicolon, and then it says, I mean, right now my table is empty, but if I do select star from a student, for example, and I don't end with a semicolon, but I hit enter, it doesn't execute anything. However, in the next line, if I hit enter again, it didn't execute it, but it's saving the statement, and then I can do a backslash and then execute it, or I can do select star from student, for example, and then can hit enter, the slash here, and then that's the execution. If I want to do something like set, this will be an SQL Plus server output on, I just hit enter, and then I executed. So the server output on, this will be something that I will explain soon, but this is just an example that it didn't need to have a semicolon, and then we will also practice on PLSQL blocks that we want to need with a slash too. Okay, so for the first exercise, so this was just a little refresh. This information was discussed in previous lecture, and there is a PowerPoint that contains some information about this. So now the first exercise, it says that we want to practice creating a script, and then it has the link of a page that we use already. And then on that page, it says create all data. From that page, it says create all databases listed in the textbook website. So if we go there, let me see, this is the website. This is the link. So these contain some of the materials that we can be using. And then there is something here that says SQL script to create the tables for exercises. And then here there are some exercises that we will use when we're working just with SQL. So we click on this link, and then we see something like this. And now we're familiar with these statements, and actually we already created some of these tables for the on other classes. And then we could just copy this and paste it into our SQL and create the tables, and that will be okay. Or we can copy the whole thing and create a table. So here is table student, faculty, class, and then all the tables that may be used for all the assignments. Now, on the same website, there are here the data that we can use for the to populate the tables. So for example, here I think we used this already. We were using Oracle Lorem for that. And then the same here for table flights. We got this. And so this is, and so we want to create a script that will create all these tables. And then for all these tables, this is the way that we're going to populate. Now we will have a problem in Oracle with the name catalog. On exercise 5.2, we're going to have to change the name for that table because there is the system catalog that contains information about that, so it won't allow us to create a table with that name. So this is what we need to do. So we go here, and then we copy. We don't need that information from here, so we will copy this information, and actually here it says drop the table if we already created. Now we need careful because you already created table student, so it will delete the table student, but that's okay. You can repopulate that with using the Oracle OL. So you don't want to do that because you already have these tables and you don't want to lose the tables, then maybe you don't want to copy that. So in my case, I will copy everything. I will not copy the quit. Yes, copy this. And then here I will exit from Oracle. So I will quit. And then here I will open an editor, Pico, and I will call these, let's call this script. Oh, well, let's call this X database.sql. And then I will paste it. Now I have the tables here, and I will change the name for the one that would maybe give us a problem, which is, which one did I say, catalog? Here. Now I don't know if I have another table that makes a reference to catalog. So let's change catalog, let's put out 1. So now Control X, we save it. That's our script. Now, how are we going to be executed? So what is the difference of copy and pasting? So you paste it, you just execute that once. So now we have a script, we have a file with the statement, so we can execute it multiple times. And I go to SQL class, then I enter in my account. And then since I have that file, I can just call the file that was textdb, and then we say start textdb. Then we hit enter. Look at how I was some tables there, then I drop it, and then they created the table. So now the tables are there. Okay, so that will be the answer for exercise number 1. So in exercise number 1, create all the databases listed in the textbook using a script. So we created the script. Now for exercise number 2, we want to populate those tables. Here, have a typo. It should be created. So populate all tables created in exercise 1 using this. So we already practiced this, so I will not go over that again. So I just will remind you what to do. So once you created the tables from exercise number 1, remember from the website, which is here, remember to populate, you have to go into each one of those and create a text file for this, and populate them using the Oracle order. So you can go back to another tutorial for that. So I will now, for my next exercise, which is exercise 3, we will solve some SQL queries, just 5 SQL queries that are similar to the ones that we solved in the previous tutorial for relational algebra. I just want to match those two. So I will stop right now and continue with the next tutorial solving exercise number 3.